Assalamualaikum. My name is Yusuf, and today I'm going to show you how to measure resistance using a multimeter. Okay, first thing first, there's three things you have to make sure. Make sure the resistor that you're measuring is not connected to any power supply, because it will break the multimeter. The fuse will explode, and then you would have to replace it. Okay, secondly, make sure when you first calculate it, make sure it's at the highest range so that it's easier to adjust. Lastly, make sure you calibrate the multimeter. Calibrating is easy. You just have to put it to any of the ohm meter value and then connect the probe together. And you can see right now I've already adjusted it. It's at 0. Okay, so that means your multimeter has been calibrated and it's ready to use. So to use it is very simple. Just put one end at one of the end of the resistor and put the other probe at the other end, and then when you put both of them, you can see the value on the multimeter here. Okay, you can see that the value would be right now it is showing 1. Okay, right now it's showing 1. And since we set our multimeter to times 1K, that means 1 times 1K is 1 kilo ohm or 1000 ohm. So yeah, that's how you measure it. Also, you have to read it from the top. Make sure you read the blue colored number, the one at the top. That's the resistance value, not the bottom. Also, just to prove our point, you can just lower the adjustment. Just make it times 100 now. Again, you would have to calibrate it one more time. Make sure it's at 0. Right now it is right now it is at 0. And just again put one end of the probe to the end of the resistor and another probe to the other end of the resistor, and it will show you the value. Right now it is at right now it is at 10. The camera angle is slightly forward, but if you see from the front, it shows 10. So 10 times 100, it will be 1 kilo ohm again, or 1000 ohm. So yeah, and this is true because this resistor that I'm using right now is a 1 kilo ohm resistor. So yeah, okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Muhammad Mohammed Brasdan, and I will talk about how to measure a current using a multimeter. So firstly, you need to make sure the probes is inserted correctly, which is the black is for the negative and the red is for the positive. Okay, after that, you need to make sure you calibrate your multimeter first. So you turn the range, this is the range, to the 1 ohms range. Okay, after that, you touch the red and the black one together like this, and turn the adjust button until the needle go to the 0 scale at ohms meter scales, the blue one. Okay, after that, you turn off your multimeter back, and before you measure the current, for the circuit, you change the range to the direct current milliamperes to 2.5 range. Okay. After that, you need to make sure your multimeter is in series with the resistor and the circuit, or the circuit. So after that, use the probes to measure the current. And if your needle is go over by 250, 50 or 10, you need to change the range to 25 or 250 until it's easier to you for you to measure the value of the current for the currents. So you measure the value of the current by looking at the black scale, because this is for the voltage and currents, and the blue one is for the ohms value. Okay, after that, you turn off you turning off your multimeter and turn off your circuit.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Hamizan Hafiz bin Azhar, and today I'm going to show you how to measure voltage using multimeter. The first thing first, we need three items, that is multimeter, test probe, and power supply. Before we start measuring, we need to make sure that our probe in its right slot, like this. For the red one is the positive test probe, we put it in the positive slot, and the black one is the negative one, we put it in the negative slot. So make sure our multimeter, the needle stay at 0. If not, then we need to do the 0 adjustment. If it's at 0, then we good to measure the voltage. So before we measure the voltage, let's say for example I want to measure voltage in a circuit. So I put it in 10 dCV, and then we need to connect the power supply directly to the positive probe, and then the negative probe we will put it in the circuit. So let's say when we measure, I get the needle goes to show us to at 5. So that meanings is the circuit have the power supply goes through the circuit is 5 voltage. After we done, we turn off the multimeter. Make sure we turn off the multimeter, and then also turn off the power supply. See.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Faryadi Hafiz bin Ghairi, and I will explain about safety when using a multimeter. First of all, before using a multimeter, we must check the condition of the device. Make sure the probes are not damaged, the wire are not exposed, and the multimeter is in good condition. Next, always select the correct function and range, whether measuring the voltage, current, or resistance. Wrong setting can damage the multimeter or cause danger to the user. Besides that, we must avoid touching the metal part of the probe, this part, while taking measurement, especially when dealing with high voltage, as it can cause electric shock. So, next, when measuring current, ensure the connection is made correctly in the circuit and never connect it directly without a load, as this can damage this multimeter. We are also encouraged to wear personal protective equipment such as the insulting glove to the hand when working with high voltage. Finally, always turn off the power supply before making any connection or change to the circuit to avoid accident. In conclusion, safety is very important to ensure the proper and safe use of a multimeter. Thank you.